anything to freaking say. So instead, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna film. Sounds good. Don't blink, it's your boy. Welcome to the computer show. I think we're having a wonderful day on this on this 28 June 2025. We just talked about it. We'll be doing some content a little bit. It says behind the scene. So the weather's really nice. It was supposed to be super cloudy and super rainy. So instead of going to be doing some content, I'm going to be doing I want to do like a small amount because it is pretty late. Well, until my battery is like, oh my god, not gives up, but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Okay, it's good. Don't blink, it's a blink. Welcome to the computer show. This is having a wonderful day. So under the clouds, as you can see, it is sunny and nice. So nature corn, here we are. Okay. Good. Recording. Oh, for fuck's sake. You forgot the. Let's go. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink, welcome to the Culture Show. Guys, doing well because having a wonderful day on this 28th June 2025. It is a beautiful day outside, as you can clearly say. Today, talking about Ben and Jerry. Yes, I'm cheating. Lately, I've been feeling down. I've been feeling not really depressed, but just it's a rough pass because get a new job. The new job doesn't feel as fulfilling as it should be. Thought it was gonna be a game changer. It's just the same bullshit as always. I'm 2 weeks in, and it feels like I've been there for years. So yeah, so that's not really normal. But hey, we do it. We do what we can, and what we can is not good enough. Then we try harder. Yeah, so I've been eating junk food because that's my comfort way. People smoke, people do drugs, people gamble, people drink. I eat junk food. And today we're going with why I still think that Ben and Jerry cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough is the best. I saw this, it was in French, and I was like, okay, well, how do you say this in French? when all I had to do was turn the thing around. Why do I feel like it's the best ice cream? Well, first of all, anything in this video is my opinion. Why am I feeling less fulfilling? Because I'm not getting the same joy as making content. I'm not getting a sense of fulfillment at work. So the two things that were supposed to be structure in my life aren't really feeling structural, but more likely like a certain bridge that I have to cross. But that bridge doesn't feels wobbly. Once I get on the other side of that bridge, we'll be fine. Right now we're on the bridge, you know. But I think that Ben and Jerry chocolate chip cookie dough is the best. It's very, very simple. If you're a vanilla kind of guy, Ben & Jerry have a lot of flavor that are super, super, super nice. However, the Ben & Jerry, the first thing that you have to notice is how little the ice cream or the vanilla ice cream is affected by the whole topping. It's like having a whole pizza, and you've been having pizza your whole life, and usually you put tomato sauce on it, and now there's no tomato sauce, and it's completely different. So the first thing is you get fresh vanilla ice cream. Vanilla ice cream is a bit bland on its own, but it's possibly one of the best flavor out there. So why is that cool? Well, it's very simple as to why it's cool. It's because you want to give a shout out to this main flavor, which is, again, one of the simpler, one of the better flavor. No, we work so hard to put spices in our life when life should be good by itself, you know? Design wise, super simple until you realize that the cow is holding a cookie dough mixture. It's kind of cute. Again, not a big fan of the chocolate chip, right? However, even though they're the worst thing in this ice cream, it still serves the purpose of this crunchiness, this texture. Plus, who doesn't like chocolate and vanilla? Who doesn't like chocolate and ice cream, right? And the pièce de résistance is really the cookie dough. Look at the size of it. How flavorful it is compared to the ice cream. Right? There's a lot of it. It's just a classic. You're weird if you eat raw cookie dough, but you're not weird if you eat raw cookie dough ice cream. It's like the three elements, so this is vanilla ice cream, this is chocolate, and the cookie dough is, and I have to say, to die for. That's pretty much it. This is why it's the best. You're going for simplicity, but you're going for very effective. You're going for something we had 1,000 times. Yet still managed to be nice every single time. And I think that's priceless. It's not how much you can make with a that's how much you can make with a pantry full. It's like it's too hot. Can you believe this shit? It is too hot. I didn't think I was gonna have this problem, but I have this problem. I'll always have more respect, more appreciation for the guy with next to nothing. It would be so easy. For example, we're talking about pizza. Imagine you putting caviar, truffle oil, lobster. It's easy to make a good ass pizza with that. Imagine the guy who still buys canned tomato. He's been buying the same pepperoni from the same place for 50 years. Went to the owner of the butcher, the daughter's wedding, as a friend of the family. still do the same things that they've been doing for 50 years. You don't need to fix something that's not broken, but you don't need to change something that doesn't need to be changed. And this is why this is a classic, and this will always be a classic. Love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. If you're too hot, I need to cool you down. Where do I go when I close my eyes? Bam, ba-da-bum. Okay. Are they doing battles? No. Okay. I believe that. I'm always looking for more space on the phone. There you go, more space on the phone. 24 gigs, that's perfect. That is insanely good. The beautiful clouds are no more. Don't blink, it's your boy Ink. Welcome to the Cutter Show. Feeling well to have a wonderful day on this 28th June 2025. Today we're doing a very, very weird video. Very, very different thing that we're doing. And we're giving a personal shout out. As you guys know from my previous live, my previous video, our taste in music is pretty clear. We're kind of like into the metal scene. However, I don't consider myself a metalhead. Why? Why am I even talking about this? It's gonna make sense. Trust me. I consider myself a. Oh my god. It's embarrassing to say, but I consider myself an elder emo. And at a point in my life where I don't really care about new shit. I don't need a 15th album of a group that I've been liking since day one. We had Immediate Affliction, which just not. It was a while ago, but they still lost Aaron, and I was like, you know what? I still had the album. When you look at my tattoos, Bring Me the Horizon, Bring Me the Horizon, Bring Me the Horizon. We got Ice and Kill, and we got Falling in Reverse. We got Immediate Affliction. So yeah. So pretty much into music. Music has always been there to save my life. But I gotta say, in later years, and it's weird because music has became something that was really therapeutic for me. And I feel like I still haven't moved on for that therapeutic feel for it. So I don't really listen to music. Although, out of the newer in parentheses, I'm gonna say that I really like Bad Omen. Really like Bad Omen. But Bad Omen, I've been listening to them since House of Glass. I don't remember the title, but I see through you. I know what you are. See the devil more than I see God. And at my peak of listening to music, it was Too Close to Touch. It was Falling in Reverse. There was Bring Me the Horizon, It was Then I Forget Punch, See Elder Emo. Of course, how can I forget Addicted to Remember? Of course, how can I forget Amelia Affliction? Of course, how can I forget more so the first album of Escape the Fates, but still very Elder Emo. Dear Maria, of course. Oh my god, what's her name? Maria Strange. Rise Against, if they can call it metal. When we're talking about this, right? See, metal has always been about that. It's always been about emotion. Always been about emotion. And I'm giving you guys a bit of a story as to why. So the video that we're doing is about Will Ramos, which is the lead singer of Lorna Shore. Oh, by the way, more lately Sleep Token. However, with Sleep Token, I actually have to sit down and really take a day off making content and really have to listen to the lyrics, because apparently that's what they're known for. I just like the music. For example, we just had what was it? I'm sorry, I'm tired. So with Will Ramos, and people are gonna say, oh, you're just talking about Will Ramos because he's popular here. So I'm trying to establish that no, we've been listening to it for a while, which is kind of crazy. So, like I said, with music, I don't listen to it as much that I like to, but I still do. And with metal, the way it started was actually quite embarrassing. So I was 18. This is crazy. I was going to the gym. At 18, it was 2011. So you guys know what was playing in the... You guys know exactly. E.T., Dark Horse from Katy Perry. I was a huge fan of Kesha. But I was an undercover fan because I was afraid of people's judgment. However, like a lot of people, I discovered Pop Goes Punk. And Pop Goes Punk was my way of secretly listening to a song that I like without feeling like being judged. And then I started really liking it. And the song that was the genesis of that was Aya's Shawty's Like a Melody in My Head, and a Screamo remix. It was just so good. And I started listening to a lot of Screamo, which got me into bands like Bring Me the Horizon, bands like Falling Reverse, one of the first. And I want to say in this video, fuck you, Alexandre Marchand, as a joke, because this guy was always singing this song, which is I Hate This Town, so worked up, and all my friends don't give a fuck. They tell me that it's just bad luck, where I find where I fit in. And I always ask them, what is that band? He didn't tell me. We settled on 11 Fingers, because I'm still paralyzed. How can I forget Papa Roach? How can I forget? Holy shit. Okay. I think yes, the start was Aya's Replay, but I think what kind of got me there was also Hollywood Undead. And back then, we're talking about 2011, so they just released Swan Song. And Everywhere I Go was in the top 10. Undead was in the top 10. So this is how I got into metal. So I just started listening to them, and this guy didn't want to tell me I was addicted to Remember. So we started doing research, and I really started falling in love. And it's crazy because my love for metal came right before my biggest depression. So I had my depression, and I remember crying listening to Pittsburgh. Now let's move forward, because this doesn't matter, to about 2 years ago. So we're talking about May 2023. I am depressed because I'm getting bullied at work because I'm different. No shit, I'm fucking different. You look at me. I look different. However, I bring upon you No. It's in French. Don't you speak French, motherfucker? There you go. So, this is when I discovered Lorna Shore. Now, this is the craziest story. This is a story that I don't want to talk about. So, when I really discovered metal, again, I was going with the cover. I didn't have Wi-Fi at home, so I used to download things on LimeWire. This is how old I am. I was using phone is too hot. Still film outside, which is kind of a shame. But hey, that's okay. That's okay. I was using LimeWire. And this is how I discovered Too Far to Touch. Too Close to Touch, sorry. The Tired. Shout out to the main singer that sadly passed away, Keaton. And I used to listen to YouTube Recommended. And this is when it changed. However, I'm technically not telling the truth. We took a break from metal. We took a long break from metal because it was just like, oh, this is too much screaming. I was listening to Fall in Reverse day in, day out for multiple months. I was just tired of it. And we went to sad emo rap. So, for example, Nothing Nowhere, Convoke, Nine Tails, Garden. Garden a lot. I love Garden. I love Garden. That's pretty much it. Most people don't know what I'm talking about, but it doesn't matter. Mr. Fat Shell channel on YouTube. So then I started coming back into metal. And it's funny because my coming back to metal was Motion in White. Motion in White was the big reason as to why I came back to metal. But then I didn't... Not enough. I didn't really fuck with the old school Motion in White. It was more so the new school, which was... we discovered... Break the Chains, 570... Life Cycle. No, that's another band, The World Alive. So that's how I fell in love with Motion in White. And it just felt great. And then started really listening to it. So again, my YouTube algorithm was that. And that's the funniest thing. And this is a true story, and I'm not ashamed to say it, I would download songs that I didn't even know were good because they were my recommended. I was like, just listen to it. And then May 2023 happened. I'm bullied at work because I'm different, but I'm doing content. So you know what? I say, you know what? Fuck this job. Fuck this job. And it was the reason as to why we left. Because we were bullied. We came back to it after because they must like, you should have told us that we were getting bullied. We didn't know. I had to give them the benefit of the doubt, you know. And this is when I discovered Lorna Shore, which was a song that I downloaded years before. So then what I was doing is, because I was depressed, I was doing silent stream. And I was stream for 9 hours a day. I was only doing streaming. Now this is the music. And this song came up and it was The Pain Remain. And it was so fucking good. It was so fucking good. So fucking good. And yeah. Now, am I a fan of Lorna Shore? I only know the trilogy. So The Pain Remain 1, 2, and 3. I only know that song. So sadly, I cannot say I'm a fan. However, whenever I talked about streaming, which is only that, I remember as a big fuck you, I used to put, oh my god, I'm in the affliction, fuck my life, because there's a streaming in the beginning. I can't forget Ice Time Kill, by the way. Ice Time Kill. My name on this channel is Ink Vendetta. My favorite movie is what? V for Vendetta. My favorite band is what? Ice Time Kill, maybe. Ink. So, all of this to say, I started talking to this god baddie, and she was the reason why I heard for the first time what Will Ramos did. So the World Without You. So people getting tattooed. I finally see A World Without You Isn't Meant for Me, which is just great, just a great thing. Church. That's just how good it is. Don't Link, it's your boy Ink. And it's funny because, it's actually really funny because Will Ramos doing that. So she mentioned it, and then for some reason she was one of the first to see it, and then a lot of people saw it, myself included, which is Will Ramos. He did a show, and in a song he says, "A world without you isn't meant for me." People are getting tattoos. They're not getting tattoos of the whole thing. They're getting the first letter of each word. And he said, "A world without Eve isn't meant for me." Eve is his girlfriend. I don't know if it's his wife. I hope I'm not disrespecting their relationship, but... And for the first time, so I'm used to watching people react. So I'm talking about, of course, Nick Nocturnal. We're watching a lot of him. I love Nick Nocturnal, and I love the disgusted face. I love that. It's the reason why I started listening to Eskimo Cowboy, which is still a very good band. I'm seeing a lot of people, and for the first time, see, with metal, it's more so It's more so. It's weird because there's been a shift in the metal scene reaction. At first, it's like, well, it's how good solo is, or how good the streaming is, or how clean it is, right? And then it became shrinks, or psychologists, or voice coach who would react to metal, and that kind of legitimized a little bit. Just feel like this is really talented. There's this girl, I don't know her fucking name. And I don't mean to disrespect. I only have love for her. I don't know her, but I only have love. And it sucks because she has a channel, and she had the channel for a while. And most of her content are book talk. And then she posted one video of her husband in the shower singing Akesha. What was the song? Die Young. I think it's Die Young. No, it wasn't that. It was, yeah. Your love is just, no. Love is my drug. Maybe I need some rehab. Maybe I just need some sleep. I got a sick obsession. I'm seeing it in my dream. What you got, boy? What you got? I think about it all the time. I'm not gonna sing you Kesha, although I could. Fucking great ice cream. So coming back to our sheep, or our will, for the first time ever, people were like, dude, this is so fucking romantic. And Will, very good singer, scream extremely nice. I don't know a lot of people that could scream for as long as he does. I don't know a lot of people could say guttural that much. Just very clean vocal, even when he's screaming. And for the first time in a while, I think it's kind of refreshing. You have cool riff, awesome. You are able to sing a shit ton of talent, awesome. You're being sweet in a song that's not supposed to be sweet. It's even better. No, the song Pain Remain has always been a love song, but it's about losing a loved one. You know, I wrote out Eve for just saying that. People start respecting that, and a lot of people are respecting it and say, "Yo, this guy is a G. This guy put the standard of a romantic relationship in there." And I want you guys to tell me, when was the last time you actually saw something that's so romantic? And for the first time in that amount of time, if it was 6 months ago, it was 6 months ago. If it was 10 years ago, it was 10 years ago. You know? I think the last time that I saw people reject like that was Red Hot Chili Pepper. That was before YouTube, by the way. So yeah, just the fact that people were reacting to that and realizing just how good it is, and the fact that he said what was that he is super sweet. But I think that the sweetest thing that we saw was a lot of people were like, see, there's fucking emotion there. It's not only screaming, there's emotion there, and I loved it. So shout out to Will. You did something good for the community. I'm not saying that I'm part of the community. I don't have this privilege, but somebody somewhere did hella good, and I think that because somebody somewhere did hella good, we have to give him a couple of well-deserved claps. Good job, bro. And love you guys. Take it easy, and let's applaud. Let's embrace this. See, I'm falling in reverse, true and true. I'm gonna tattoo of them. Jug is me as you. And I adore Ronnie. I think he's funny. I think he's hella entertaining. I think he's hella funny. But he's one of the most popular artists in the scene, in my opinion. And there's just so much drama. Who are my other idols? A Day to Remember. I never hear of the guy. My other idol, Oliver Syke. When was the time that you saw an interview from Oliver Syke? You know? Yeah. Stuff. That's pretty much it. Anyway, love you guys. Take it easy. Peace. My apologies. Disgusting. Ew. Don't blink. It's your boy. Welcome to our show. I'm doing well because I'm having a wonderful day on this 28th June 2025. Today we're talking about Gundam, and now I'm excited for Gundam. There's some huge changes for Gundam. How many times can I say Gundam before you get tired of me? 2 more times? Okay. Gundam. You can switch video. Just kidding, of course. So a lot of things are super interesting. I made a mistake. So in my book, Gundam Recollection, Gundam Seed was the first of 2. Recollection was another series. No, it's the same thing. It's only story. There's no battle. So I don't know when I'm going to be watching it. Instead, we chose the second one, which is a new translation. And so far, I gotta say, I'm so in love with it. I'm tired of repeating myself and saying that Archer Amuro Ray wasn't my favorite character. The first series wasn't my favorite series. Maybe they didn't do it justice in the game. It's so good. It's so freaking good. Just me. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. Pretty much for sure I'm crazy. There's no doubt in my mind I'm crazy. So why am I liking it so much? Well, because it's a story of a dude that was kind of oppressed by the Titans. Titans are kind of the main guy, kind of the general, and we're joining a rebellion. Now, first of all, what I really like with this one, first of all, the character is actually pretty cool. The character that's like, yo, they killed my mom, they destroyed our colony, I will never forgive them. But there's other characters like Boa, which is the commander of the white base. There's Char Aznable, which is a big figure in the first season. So there's repeated character that I kind of like. First of all, second of all, the fact that we're fighting the oppressor is also really good. I did really like the story of Seed, but so far, see, the story of Seed is great. But when you look at the plot, is two groups: the neutral and the coordinator, and one of them is being victim of almost a racial racial discrimination. Another one, they're facing being weaker. That's the reason as to why. So you see the reason for both sides, right? And it's just both sides fighting. This one is like, no. What you're doing is oppression. What you're doing is dictatorship. It's not a race, I guess another race. It's not common enemy. It's a dictatorship that's falling. And I love that. Why am I loving that also is because if I'm being completely honest, and this is my perception. You can agree, you can disagree. I don't really care. It's your opinion. I respect it. But there was a lot of me that really enjoyed watching the first season and how shitty the graphics were. I really enjoyed that. That was my favorite thing. How bad it looked. And I know this is horrible to say, but I don't care. Because it showed how old and how important culturally speaking Gundam is. The second season doesn't look that much better. Seed felt like a huge, and I do mean a huge pro, or a huge upgrade. Water. Not sure as to where it comes from. So it's a huge difference. So coming back to a more retro style is actually quite nice, and it feels more natural. Now, in the craziest world, I'm going to be finishing this in a couple of days, which is where I'm going to get the second part of this. I'm actually really excited. Also, you guys have been hearing me talk about Gundam a lot, and you've seen me today, and I'm super excited. Here's why. I haven't played Gundam in a month because I lost my account. Here's why. I haven't had a new story of Gundam in a month. But this is a new story. So I'm super excited about that. First of all, second of all, they're adding things, which is the map event, which is the Eternal Road, which is also, and the map event is just showing how much Gundam you need. So in most gacha game, the problem with it is that for possibly Arknight. Problem is you'll have a good team, and the team will be so good until they release new characters that are stronger, and then you'll get a character that's stronger. It's a constant cycle of you're stronger, but it makes sense. In Dragon Ball, would you put at the opening age a Goku 6% 4? No. But Goku, Hoken, Super Saiyan 1, Super Saiyan 2. Super Saiyan, Super Saiyan 3, Super Saiyan 4, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Blue, Ultra Instinct, and the next one, which is going to be Super Saiyan 4 Ultra Instinct. Crazy. The fact that you have to use all of those Gundam. So why do you have to do a lot of Gundam? Well, first of all, the Terran. The type of enemy. Like, for example, it is a whole squad that resistant to blades, and your team of good guys Your team of extremely powerful Gundams are all blade. You're done. And then even then, in a Terran, can your pieces move on the board nicely or not? That's a major situation. But the fact that we have to use other Gundam, but also the fact that it's so simple to explain. It's chef kisses. That's fun. Oh, fuck. Stop fucking filming. Too hot. Okay. That's good. Sheesh. I don't know what I'm filming. Where are they from? Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to our show. Okay, so doing well with having a wonderful day on this 28 June 2025. Sorry about the burps, we just had energy drinks. Today, we're traveling the world. Well, technically not, because we're in Canada and we're going all the way to Toronto. Today's Mr. Spud. I have never had Mr. Spud. I am a Mr. Spud virgin, and I didn't expect my first Mr. to be a Spud. So we have a new chip that I bought at Rossi that is $3 for this amount, which is very expensive. However, we had a nice little discount on it. It's 130 gram, which is a lot more than the other one. I'm repeating myself. What I like here is you can tell by the texture of it that it's kettle cooked. It is the original, which is kind of cool. So my first time we have this one and we have sour cream and onion, and we're gonna be tasting both. So I hope you guys are ready. I hope you're excited. It smells actually quite nice. Very oily, very oily though. Very oily. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, buddy. Oh yeah, bud. It's so fucking good. Very minimal. Very minimal, very natural. Crisp, crunchy, and golden. Our chips are made the traditional way, slow cooked in the open kettle to bring out the best flavor. We always use the highest quality potatoes. Look at the ingredient because it feels very natural. Potato, vegetable oil, salt. I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. Really nice. Not the most flavorful chip. However, the thing a chip should be. You can taste every single element, you can taste everything. It is delicious. It's a bit too much oil though, I'll be honest. It feels very oily to me. But at the same time, great chips, and we are supporting Canadian industry, so hell yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna go in because my battery's almost dead. Love you guys, take it easy. Peace. Okay, that's good. Schlack, and schlack. Her world waits out.